Turn my headphones up. All right.
Damn, Jay,
It's 8:15 with the Trap Queen. 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 You know the vibes. Yeah, you know the vibes. What's up, beautiful people? It's Pretty Girl Loves Trap content, and we are here for another episode recap review of Winning Time Season 2, Episode 4. This was a real cute episode, you know, Westhead doing what he do, getting on my darn nerves. But we're going to get into it. Before we do, I need y'all to make sure y'all liking this video, subscribe, share me if that is a possibility. I'm just saying, if it's a possibility, a small possibility, share your girl and her content. And if you're watching the replay, let's get down in the comments. If you're watching live, let's have fun in the chat. And if you're not in the chat, that's okay. If you just want to watch, it's okay. I would like for you to say hey if you never said hey, but I can't force you to do so. So I'm just going to say hey. I'm going to do a little wavy wave for y'all, okay? What's up, DeMarcus? Thank you for coming through. I appreciate you. But y'all make sure y'all doing all the things, because this episode, child, it was, I don't know why, if it's just me, but this episode seemed like, I don't know, it just didn't seem as congruent as others. Like, it just seemed like it was very jumpy and all over the place. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it just didn't seem to flow like other episodes previously. But it's okay. It was still good. It's still entertaining. But yeah, it just didn't flow well for me. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's me. But it's cool. All right. So we began with this episode preseason. Okay. 1981. You know, the preseason, you know, it's kind of like a scrimmage game. You know, it matter, but it don't matter. Okay. We just got to get our feet wet back on the court. Right. So it's halftime, okay? We lit. We playing the Celtics, all right? The score is 45-73. Like, it's a hot-ass mess, okay? Like, Celtics, like, what are y'all doing out there? Bird pissed off, but it's cool. It's cool. We see the Sports Illustrated, you know, just came out, right? So the Lakers are looking to be on the cover, but of course, the Celtics are going to be those guys. So we look inside of the magazine and we see an article with Bust and like the starting five, not Bust, I'm sorry, Westhead in the starting five. They're all in the classroom, and of course he gives this old cheesy scene of what do you have when you have Magic and Kareem and Westhead, you know, they're, you know, taking you to the blackboard or some shit like that. I'm like, if cheese ain't it, I mean, Westhead is like provolone, American, Swiss, all that rolled up together, okay? The man is a hot mess, but he's feeling himself. Like, I don't know. He just really feeling himself. And I'm just like, I'm going to need you to pipe down a little bit, Westhead. Okay, just pipe down a little bit. So, you know, we have Wes over there. And, well, Riley's trying to ask Westhead, like, yo, like, who are we filling out, you know, with this last roster spot? I mean, it's the preseason. Like, what are we waiting on? And, he's talking about he want to cut Rambis. And, you know, Pat, he was, you know, pro Rambis. So he's like, nah. But, you know, Mike's assistant, Mike, who was the assistant, he's over there helping Westhead or whatever. And I'm still feeling away because you did your boy dirty. Okay, you did your boy dirty over there. Not telling him about the, you know, Mike situation. Okay. So Magic, he pissed off. He in the locker room was like, yo, you got us playing like robots. Like, this is before AI, all right? Magic is pissed because he want to flow. He's a mover. He's a shaker. He want to be able to do what he do. You know what I'm saying? It's beyond putting a ball in the, you know, in the hoop. Like, he, you know, he likes the razzle of the dazzle, long story short. And Westhead with this system situation is pissing the team off. Okay, really Magic. Because, I don't know, Magic is definitely giving very much spoiled. Very much bratty. Okay, I'm still team Magic, but yeah, Magic was getting on my nerves just a little bit. What's up, Mochi? Thank you for coming through. I appreciate it. Thank you, Detroit. Thank you for coming through. So we at, you know, the front office, they having a little meeting, all right? And It's really not a official meeting, but they over there in the office, and West, because West and your boy West Head, they don't feel each other. Okay, they don't feel each other. All right, so Wes was like, we need to go ahead and cut Rambus. Okay, he ain't doing ish. You know what I'm saying? And Pat, he's pro Rambus because he's an effort guy. you know, and West Head is like, he's not putting up no numbers. And Pat is like, you have to see beyond that. Like, we have players like Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman would throw his body on the floor night after night. You ain't gonna see too many points. He was a rebound god. You ain't gonna see too many assists. You maybe see some steals, but you sometimes with certain players, you gotta look beyond the stats. And that's what Pat was trying to tell, Raggedy behind West Head. But of course, he's on this I am king-ish. He don't want to hear nothing at all. Pissing me off. Like, why have a team, an assistant team, and not listen? But we already know. We already know what he on at this point. I'm just talking about ego through the roof. Yes, he was giving you diva vibes, Moochie, like doing too much. Too much. Yes. Hey, living to do. Thank you for coming through. He said Paul is so petty. Petty. He is so. It's so many adjectives to describe Paul. Like, I'm like, what's he? I understand sometimes they have to dramatize things to make it entertaining, but I need the streets to let me know, was he really like this? Like, this is ridiculous. Like, ego. All right. Of course, it's dealing with his insecurities as well, in terms of his ability to lead and win. But your boy was pissing me off. All right. So Paul already behind, he writes on a little clipboard, and he writes Rambus as the last spot to spite West. All right. And so of course Riley over there just snickering a little bit because he was like, this fool, like, it was funny, but at the same time he was like, this nigga. So Westhead tells Riley to tell, Rambus about the good news. And all Rambus had to say was, cool, far out. Like, he was so nonchalant. I'm like, fool, do you realize, like, you up right now? Like, I need to do some research on Rambus because he did not seem like he was over there to be playing. Okay. Like, he's definitely giving me hippie vibes, weed and bell bottoms and all that. Shrooms, maybe not the weed. So Red and Bus, they kind of, cross paths, I want to say backstage for some reason, but, in the locker rooms. All right. So Paul gets win. Well, Bus, finds out that Red knows about the lifetime contract with Magic, 25, the milli, for 25 of them years. Right. And so Bus was like, how he know? So, one of the employees was like, well, he does run the committee. I'm like, he run the committee? Well, now I understand at this time, the NBA is definitely a lot less sophisticated as it is now, but you shouldn't be able to be a coach and be running those type of committees. I'm just saying, like, I smell the bias in the locker room, okay? He should not be able to make decisions like that. Like, what? Come on, we need checks and balances. Have we not learned anything about the government? I mean, I don't want to get too deep into the government because we already know how it is. But I was like, why is he able to make approvals for this? But he said, you know what? I'm going to approve it. It's cool. I want to see you lose your money. Okay. I'm just like, see, we over here doing too much. Detroit said Paul Westhead pause. Was feeling himself. Yes, definitely. So Bus, when they're trying to mind his business, okay? He's trying to mind his business, perusing, with the celebrities and whatnot. We got Jack Nicholson over there, he a lifetime Laker, courtside seat member, okay? I just want to know how much you over there spending a year. Like, what's the season looking like? I'm sure he's writing off his taxes. Rich people be knowing how to do the monies, okay? But Red, his old shady behind is going to go to the reporters like, yeah, y'all want to know the tea? Y'all want to know some real story? Oh, okay. Yeah. Bus over there He done signed Magic to a lifetime deal, 25 mil for 25 years. So everybody over there just in a frazzle, right? Of course, they crowd over the bus all flabbergasted, not knowing what the hell to say. And then they peruse their little happy asses to Magic. And then Magic looking all confused. The teammates looking all lost, like what's going on? So it's causing all types of confusion. And this is why you need to have some type of checks and balances when it comes to these type of things, because there's no reason. I can understand Red knowing about it, but I don't know. I don't know. I guess these types of things you really can't keep under wraps for too long. But yeah, sorry. There goes your secret bus. I'm sorry, they don't bust your bubble bus. So, oh Lord, this deems Magic is the highest paid athlete in sports. I did not even know that. Like that's low key fire. That is very legendary. So shout out to that, right? So Magic, he's looking at the news. They're all covering it. I don't know, just the paranoid spirit in me. I don't want that type of heat. I'm pretty sure, like his third cousins over there in Lansing giving him a call, like, cuz, like, what's up? Remember that 20 I done loaned you? Like, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy. All right. So Kareem over there getting interviewed, and he was like, yo, like, we supposed to be a team. We supposed to be family. Like, by this little decision with this contract, it kind of shows who their favorite child is, quote unquote. But that's cool. I'm looking at the Empire State Building over there. New York is looking real good. My wife, she likes pizza. So I may be sliding over there to the New York of the city and with the Knicks if they keep playing around with me. And Magic over there was like, F them, they jealous. I ain't gonna lie. If I was Kareem, I would feel away. Because by this time, Kareem is like on his 10th season or so. So you mean to tell me this young buck comes in? And I know this happens all the time now, but I think this is very unprecedented at this point. So I would definitely be in my feelings. Like, Drake me, Carl Thomas me, whatever you want to say, I'm going to be up in my feelings, okay? I mean, I know Kareem over there ain't broke, but it ain't 25 of the meal, okay? So the front office, they over there having a meeting at Bus Mansion, right? So they're discussing Kareem. Of course, they want to make sure he's understanding, like, he still feels like a valuable asset and a valuable member of the team. So Bus and Westhead over there low-key beefing about who should tell him. And Westhead was like, you know what, I'm his coach. I should be the one to be able to tell him. I'm like, Wes, low-key, you really don't even like confrontation. Because when old buddy was over there knocking down your door in your office, you was being a whole punk and wouldn't open the door. So you already know you were just trying to put your kahunas on the table. But, Paul gives me real little D energy. Little D energy is Paul. Like, he's very much insecure, all right? So pipe down, all right? Pipe down, Paul. Like, you're doing way too much. And Boss was like, hey, I'm going to need you to stop complaining. I gave you cup check. I gave you a milli, okay? I gave you what Lil Wayne was over there singing and talking about, okay? Stop whining and figure it out. Like, I done paid you $1 million. I need you to use all the brain cells, sir. Like, what else do you need? Like, Bus was giving Westhead real, like, Tyrese energy. Like, what more do you want from me? Like, he was giving him, like, tears and meme vibes, for real, for real. Like, he's like, bruh, what else do you want? Your pockets is fat. You got a job. I gave you your roster. Like, bruh, what else? What else? Okay. I'm just saying. Moochie said Paul Westhead did think he was the ish. I'm just saying, like, bruh, calm down. Calm down. And, Westhead was like, I just need to handle my players accordingly, okay? I need you to do that for me, Bus. And if you allow me to do that, I can go ahead and win this chip. And Bus was like, all right, cool. Because if you don't, I'm going to be pissed because I'm losing money, my reputation on the line, and you're going to be over there on the unemployment line. So you're going to probably be back in the high school with your little Shakespeare bull-ish. So I'm going to need you to get it together. Okay? And so when he leaves Honeycomb sashaying, all romantically, whatever. She was like, it's just basketball. He was like, it's just basketball. Of course, we see Jeannie down the hall Do y'all think Jeannie is really hating on? I ain't gonna lie. I can possibly identify with Jeannie a little bit. Because if my dad came over here moving hella fast with this chick, okay, that he done had in his little trick book, he done found her, moved her in real quick. I mean, we don't know the timeline, but it seemed real quick. Like I came from being a baby girl. I already was getting the back seat when it came to my brothers. Now I got this chick throwing that thing, you know, on my daddy's face. And she over there just doing the things like she's definitely, you know, not feeling like she's solidified. You know, she thought she was irreplaceable. No, you ain't Beyonce, Jeannie. You over here, you like fourth on the line right now. You're like number 4 in terms of the priorities. I understand he loves her very much. But when it comes to favoritism, like he loves Jeannie. But, you know, I feel like certain parents love kids differently. He treats her differently than he does the sons because he knows the sons ain't worth a damn, all right? But I was feeling the way when they said it's just basketball because I can see from Jeannie's point of view, basketball is pretty much what her dad has in common. You know, that's kind of what their bond is about. Yes, she has the other sports or what have you, but I feel like that's the thing that kind of binds them together. So she could probably be thinking like, hey, honey is going to tear my dad more and more away from this basketball. And where does that leave me? 1, 2, where does you know, being in here leaving me in terms of this family? So she's probably getting it a few ways. I ain't gonna lie, I was feeling bad for Jeannie. And then you was over there doing my mama trash, okay? Fingering people in restaurants, okay? So I'm sure she didn't forget about that. Poor Jeannie. Like, she probably was being a little hateration, just a little bit, but I was feeling a little sympathy, right? So she wake up in the morning trying to get ready for work. And yeah, Johnny over there still mad that she done traded his girlfriend. She done told you, don't mix the business with the pleasure. She done told you, Johnny, but he's still salty, right? And so Honey comes over here thinking she over here fixed my life in Yanya, okay? And she was like, well, you know, an apology, you know, that can help. And she was like, girl, get out my face. Like, I don't need no advice from you. And the way they panned on Honey's face when Jeannie left, like, I was feeling away. Like, Jeannie, don't be over here set tripping, girl. You just got here. Like, I don't know, it was giving me like evil stepmother vibes. It was giving me very much Cinderella when they panned her face. So I hope that's not an indication of any type of foreshadowing that she gonna end up being an evil stepmama, because I ain't got time. Okay. Oh Lord. Talk about we're not in competition. Bitch, shut up. Okay. Y'all, so we had the season opener, right? You know, we all up in the locker room, and the fellas is giving Magic a hard time. Really, Norm was like giving him 60% of that work. Okay, Norm, of course, you know, he's playing the same position as Magic, so that's rightfully so. And you know, he was like, y'all, if it was y'all would do the same thing. Y'all would take this deal. Y'all just hating. Y'all low-key jealous. Like, it ain't that bad. It ain't that bad. Y'all would do the same thing. Y'all just mad it ain't y'all. But yeah, Norm ain't really trying to hear that at all. Okay. And Westhead, of course, he comes in, and I swear this guy get on my nerves. I've been empowered to lead you guys and to coach this team. Okay. We know that, Westhead. You don't gotta say that. We know your title. Like, you always gotta put your balls up in our face. Like, this is my face and this is Westhead's like balls. Like, come, like, get out my face with all that. Like, calm down with the little D energy. Like, the insecurity is just getting on my nerves, and I'm tired of it. But he makes it clear. He was like, if y'all ain't playing and rocking with my system, y'all can find yourself on the bench with me. I said, what in the in-school suspension timeout you talking about? These ain't no kids. And that's the problem. You never play the game and you don't know how to coach. You don't know how to coach these people. These are grown men. Oh my God, getting on my damn nerves. He was looking at Magic like, yeah, the bench. You feel me, bruh? I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. I was just like, go ahead, put your D on the table. Put all 3 inches of the D on the table. So Child, we lose this game by 1 to the Rockets. We lose the next game by 2 to the Nets. Magic over there being hella clumsy. Norm over there missing shots. And Magic is pissed off with this whole system thing. He's like, I'm tired of hearing my spot. Like, bro, I'm gonna move it in the shaker. I'm gonna move it in the shaker. Like, that's how I got here. And you over here trying to pigeonhole me into this system BS. Talking about how am I supposed to, run the show, watching Kareem do his thing. And I was like, see, this is the part where you kind of have to learn that you need to find your role. Like, this is year number 2 for you right now. Like, you don't have to be the big man on campus. And this is the thing. This contract looking like it may be a little bit of the issue, but not fully, right? So Westhead and Kareem, they're talking in the locker room, and Westhead tells Kareem, like, I understand you've been, you may feel you've been disrespected by this franchise, and I feel you, bruh. I get it, all right? And Kareem was like, I got 1 more year in this contract, so I'm going to be a Laker till then, so I'm be cool, all right? I'm going to play my position. I was like, you being a little bit of messy, Westhead, but okay. So Magic and Coop, they over there by the bus. And, they're over there talking about the contract. And he was like, yo, Magic, like, you cannot not expect people to be feeling like they're being rubbed the wrong way. Like, you over here with the 25 of the million. I'm like, Cooper, like, you can't be too mad because you went from 30K to 300K last week. So you should feel pretty up. I'm just saying. You low-key thought you was going to get cut. So you shouldn't be one of them people that be too mad, okay? Because you was over there about to be flipping the burgers too, bruh. Oh, Lord. So I want to ask y'all, because at this point, Magic is not gelling with this system. So do y'all think they're losing at this point due to the system, due to Magic not giving 100%? Or is it because of the jealousy of the team and the contract and them mentally just not being on par? Like, I feel like it's a combination of all three. But let me know what y'all think, is the real cause of them losing at this point. Because they're not gelling at all. So Magic, he over there, venting to Cookie as he always do, because she over there counseling him every day, seemed like. And, he was trying to flirt a little bit. Just, you know how it is. You know how it is. And them dudes know they got your heart. Okay, they give you a little bit, just to test you out just a little bit. But yeah, at some point, Cookie gonna be over there at the LA. Okay, he's definitely on his Steve Urkel. I'm wearing you down, Laura. Like, he's definitely giving you the Steve Urkel vibes when it comes to good old Cookie. All right. What's up, Tamika? Thank you for coming through. Wuchi said the system and Magic not trying to make it work. Okay, so you think it's okay. Yeah, I definitely agree. I feel like the jealousy of the contract is not as a big of a factor as the other two. I mean, it's a little sting a little bit, but I feel like the rest of the team is really giving it all, and Magic the one just being a little big ass crybaby. Okay, so Kareem over there talking to Magic, and he low key telling her, "Hey, what you told me last season? You told me to humble myself. I need you to take your own advice. Okay, you're not doing 100%." And Magic was like, "Oh, I am over there pulling my weight." He was like, "Nah, bro, cut the BS. You over there playing around, being a little crybaby." So y'all, we on the bus now. I don't know what it is, but Riley and Westhead, they always be having like private conversations in front of the team, low key. Like, I'm gonna need y'all to go outside the bus to be having these personnel conversations, okay? So pretty much Westhead was like, I'm gonna go ahead and talk to him. They talking about Magic. Riley was like, what good that'll do? And he was like, what you talking about, homeboy? And Riley was like, bruh, you already know. You don't talk to people. You belittle people. Like, you don't know how to talk and have conversations, right? You need to be able to meet him halfway. And so Westhead goes on his rant again. The little D energy talking about there's only one ship on this captain, okay? And I am the captain. I am charged, not Magic effing Johnson. Of course, right on time, Magic gets on the bus and he get in his feelings. So he take his little Carl Thomas behind back off the bus. And so Riley was like, let him stew for a minute, let him stew. And then West had old Raggedy behind, old Scary behind, tell Cooper, oh, tell Magic if he don't get on the bus in 5 minutes, he gonna find himself a cab. I said, yeah, this is why you're really not that guy, Westhead, okay? Because you always having people do your dirty work for you. Punk behind. Ugh, Jesus. So the next day, we over there in bus office, right? And we having a little meeting because we over here, our record is hella horrible. Okay, we 2-4 at the beginning of the season. Okay, that ain't cute for the Lakers. All right, and West, he over there. West always on 20. West is always on 20. I'm pretty sure this guy has high blood pressure. Like, it's a lot. He doing a lot. He act like a black grandmama the way he just be ranting and going on. All right. Hey, Savannah. Thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate it. So, oh, Lord, they complaining about Westhead. It was like, yo, Westhead over there got Magic all in the tizzy. Like, we can't have that. Magic is a winner. Therefore, Westhead is a problem. But they know they can't get through to Westhead. They cannot get through to this man. All right. So Bus is like, what y'all trying to say? Oh, no. We not about to be over here changing coaches mid-season. I was like, Bus, it's really not mid-season. I mean, we 2-4. That means we'll play 6 games out of about 80 games. I don't know if they was playing 80 games back then, but that's kind of the average now. But I would just say they playing 80 games, okay? We're not even 10% there. That's like 5%. Like, come on, Bus, don't be scared. What Miss Boo said, don't be scared. Don't be scared. It's a little shake up, but Bus, he wants to just ride it out just a little bit. All right. But meanwhile, everybody on the radio talking ish about the Lakers because this ain't cute. 2-4 ain't cute at all. At all. Okay. So we have a little meeting with the coaches, right? Riley come in with a whole neck brace. This man so stressed about Westhead and his little D energy. He done put a little crook in his neck, right? I'm like, I don't need no boss like that. Nope. Nope. Find me another job, bro. You're not about to be over here stressing me out. Well, how much was Riley getting paid? It may be worth it. It may be worth it. Cute new neck, I could bedazzle the neck brace. I don't know. Depending on how that coin look, I may be able to decorate the neck brace. Okay. So, Riley was like, hey, Westhead, did you get a chance to look at my recommendations? Oh, I haven't had a chance to. He was like, bro, you farting on it right now. You sitting on it. What is you talking about? I said, see, the constant disrespect. Westhead. Do you know Riley is over there? He over there with the experience. Okay, this man done played for this very team, and you not respecting him at all. Oh Lord! And of course, this is part of the reason why he over there with the little D energy. Okay, over there insecure. Well, do you know how many times I've been counted out? This man accounted 6 reasons, okay, that he been counted out. And I was like, damn, this list kind of long. So reason number 1, he was in college. The only reason he got put on the team because they needed a towel boy. I was like, oof. Reason number 2, he only became the assistant coach because, Jack McKinney just needed somebody just to kind of fill the spot low key. All right. And then West quit. And then Tart, his friend got put in the trunk with the old mob situation. I low-key forgot about that. I said, dang, you is right, Paul. You is right. You over here just skinning your teeth. Just the skin of your teeth, my bruh. Then he was like, well, then, Jack, he over there got into the bike accident. And then I found you. I said, my, what do we have here? the little engine that could, aka Westhead, okay? So he got the nerve to say, sure, with all that, I still want me a championship. I said, if winning the lottery it counts, then okay, Westhead, you the man, bruh, okay? Talking about if this ship goes down, it's gonna be going down on my cause. I said, this is about the most dumbest logic I ever heard in my damn life. You got 2 assistant coaches, but you refuse to utilize them. And then you have I believe West is the GM. We have Bill over there. I believe he's the manager. Like, you got so many people in your ear that has way more experience, but you're over here just so caught up in your ego, you just can't see the forest for the trees. Like, I can officially say I don't like Westhead. I mean, Westhead would have to really just get into a freak accident for me to low key feel sorry for him at this point. That's where I am with Westhead. I'm done. So we see the Lakers. We over here winning the games now. We got a little montage. We winning. And Westhead, he over there in the club, feeling himself. He over there looking like Beyonce put a ring on it. He got the little ring on his finger, just pointing it out. I said, he done got too cocky, y'all. He gonna tell a reporter, yeah, the system works. You literally could just plug anybody in and it's going to work. And so Magic, he sees the report. He was like, oh, hell no, this nigga playing us. Sorry for the profanity, y'all. But I was real passionate right now. I felt that in my spirit. I was like, I feel you, bro. I feel you, Magic. He over there talking about anyone. So you might as well say you can have any dodo, any toddler, any grandma up here playing 5-on-5, and your system's still gonna work. So that means our talent don't mean ish. That's what you telling us. Okay, bet. I got you. So Magic took his behind to the Bus mansion. He was like, yo, Bus, I gotta talk to you. Because your man's in them, your man's is acting crazy. And Bus was like, I ain't trying to hear all that. I ain't trying to hear all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got honey over here. She got a bunch of other honeys. Like, let's get it popping. And Boss was not trying to hear that, okay, at all. And he low-key did make a kind of a good point. He was like, Magic, you got your contract. I trust that you're going to do what you want to do. I gave Paul his position. He making his money. And he's doing what he's supposed to do. I don't interfere with what y'all have to do in terms of y'all roles. So leave me out of it, bro. And I low-key respected that. At the end of the day, we all adults. Okay, we making that money. Now be quiet so I could go over here with my honey. Okay, like Bus ain't trying to hear that. All right. So the little honey dips come over, and you can tell it's crazy because this is the first time where Magic ain't really seemed too interested in the new Punani at all. He was looking like, hey y'all, so he must be really stressing. For Magic to really be like, I'm pretty sure he'd have hit somebody that night, but I'm sure it was a little, still a little thing in the back of his head feeling a way about his game. Because, Magic probably at that time wouldn't turn away no Punani at all, okay? So Bus, he over there, he done asked Jeannie, to help him find a ring because he want to propose to Honey. And she looking like, well, I just want you to be happy, Dad, but I think you moving way too fast. Like, pump your brakes, shorty. And he was like, dang, you woke up on the wrong side of the bed. And I'm like, I need you to read the room a little bit, Bus. Now, granted, Jeannie, she's an adult, technically. She's still young, but you really have to understand. That's what I hate sometimes with parents. Sometimes they don't understand the psychology of what be going on with their kids, okay? Like, you really have to understand what their point of view make. Like, you literally just move this chick in. But we already know he's low-key, trying to fill that void. He lost his mom a year ago, and he wants somebody to fill this void. He wants that family feeling. But I'm like, Can this be a long engagement? I bet not see them next episode going over there to Vegas and getting married by Elvis and them. That would not be cute. So Westhead and McKinney, they have a little lunch, okay? Because McKinney, he's coaching the Pacers, so they have to be matching up. So it's gonna be real cute, right? So McKinney was like, Mr. $1 Million Man, you over there making that money. And Westhead was like, well, you over there being the coach of the year. You like, they kind of shading each other, but at the same time giving each other, some props. But that thing about McKinney, he was like, yeah, I'm going to expose you. I said, what in the Ricky Lake, Jerry Springer, Maury Povich we got going over here trying to expose people? I said, McKinney, you a fool, but please do. Please and thank you. Thank you in advance, okay? I wish Cash App was available, and I wish this was a real situation that was current, because I would have cashed at McKinney to expose this fool real quick, all right? So right before the game, right, Riley over there, he's stopping Magic. They in the locker room. He was like, bro, what is it going to take? I'm like, bro, what you talking? I'm like, Magic, stop acting dumb. I think he think these coaches are low-key his parents or teachers. Like, he could just act dumb. Like, come on, bro. You grown. You over here making grown people money. I'm going to need you to put your big draws on, okay? So Riley was like, yo, what's going to take for you to buy in, to fully commit to this system? Like, you will not fully know if this is going to work or not until you fully commit. And he was like, y'all not allow me to be a star, be who I am. And he was like, bruh, it's not going to work until you give 100%. And I get it, Magic. You want to be able to rock. I got you. But I'm going to need you to have a little more skin in the game before you start demanding stuff. Like, you're doing too much. And I understand there's been different coaches. There's been a little, fluctuating, things in personnel. But at the end of the day, you're a professional. And I need you to act accordingly. You're whining a little too much. Even though I'm pro Magic and anti-Westhead, I can't hold Magic accountable for his B-ass ways, okay? So before the game, right, the coaches, this day probably their first time seeing McKinney, so they dapping McKinney up, you know what I'm saying? They like, yo, what's up, McKinney? Giving him hugs, whatever. And all we see is Paul, a little raggedy behind, just scowling from across the court. And that's a problem. I think Paul, he's awkward, right? So I feel like he has a hard time relating to his teammates. He probably is not understanding how to create that balance. I think he feels like he has to be dictator, and not really be able to be cool and have a good rapport with his teammates. Like, he don't know how to find that balance, because there's plenty of times where I've seen, other players, like, for instance, the whole Magic and Riley situation. Like, he hated the fact that, Riley had a personal relationship with Magic. But you can have a personal relationship and still be able to lead or coach someone. Like, it happens all the time. You just have to find that balance. But since Paul doesn't really have too much skin in the game as a coach or a player at all, he doesn't know how to do it at all. So he low-key jealous. So, y'all, this must have been a good behind game, because they go into double overtime, okay? We one possession away from, somebody winning or losing, right? So Magic over there, he defending his person or whatever. So Paul tells Magic to double team somebody else. While he goes over to help with the double team, the person that he was defending actually took the shot. But the Lakers still won because he missed the shot. So, Paul, you was low-key giving bad advice and bad direction on that play. But off the skin of your teeth, you was able to still win. And, of course, McKinney, you could tell he was a little salty, but what can you do? But this doesn't help. It doesn't help Westhead and his ego at this point, because he's like, dang, I just beat my mentor in this game. So you already know. His head. What did Martin used to say? I'm about to blow up. Like, Westhead definitely was on that Martin, I'm about to blow up energy even more. All right. So, y'all, we in Salt Lake City. No, before that, Jeannie ends up helping Bus find a ring for Honey Child. We're going to see how that folds. Okay. So we in Salt Lake City, right? We in Utah. So, they playing the Jazz. If they was called the Jazz back then, I think so. So Magic and Westhead, they beefing on the court, right? So much so, Magic decides not to go inside the huddle. He about 6 feet away. Like, he really thinking like he's COVID before COVID. He like, bruh, like, I'm good. Like, Westhead was like, bruh, get in this huddle. Magic was like, I am. Like, I was like, all right, Magic, you being a little unprofessional right now. I'm gonna need you to get your ish together and stop playing around like you being unprofessional. But it was hella funny because I'm like, Lord, this dude is doing way too much, not trying to be in this huddle. And so he's contemplating to leave the court to go to the locker room. He's like, man, I ain't feel like this ish. But he's visioning, all these articles and, dialogues from different newscasters or what have you. So yeah, Magic was through. Okay. So Westhead, after the game, he chased him down, right? Before he went to the locker room. And they go into the little room closet, the utility closet, all right? So he was like, you disrespected me, you disrespected your team. Don't you ever do that again. Like, he was giving low-key Black Mama vibes. I was kind of feeling it, but I don't F with you, Westhead, okay? So he said, next time you do that, you're going to be on a bench. And Magic was like, you might as well. You're not utilizing me anyway. And of course, Westhead takes this opportunity to drill his authority into people's throat again. Well, if you're on the court or if you're on the bench or off the bench, it's my decision. Like, we know this, fool. Like, we know this. You are the coach. You don't have to say this 11 times. Jesus Christ. So it would be my choice. Swear to God. Oh. If we were allowed, how like we get a certain amount of PTO and sick days. Like, I wish, like, as employees, we had like slap time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can trade in like 8 PTO hours to like slap somebody at your job. I don't think I'm gonna do it because it ain't worth it because I need my time off. Okay. So I think this guy works for like marketing, what have you, but he tells the players in the locker room, like, oh, we got some, reporters that want to come in, just 1 or 2, but it ended up being 11 reporters coming in, and they all want to talk to Magic. And they was like, Magic, what's going on? Are you and Bus okay? You're not seeming really to be gelling to this, system or what have you, right? And so, Norm over there looking like, He already knew, it's about to be some BS, right? So Magic was like, well, I love my team. I love my teammates, okay? But I ain't happy. So in the morning, I'm going to have to go to Bus and see what he going to do for me because I'm going to ask for a trade. I said, fool, this man just paid you. Well, not really paid you in full, but you just got a $25 million contract. Like, it was definitely screaming spoiled brat. Spoiled a brat. I'm like, come on, man. But I kind of did my research ahead and kind of see, what is going to come down the pike later on in the season. So I'm excited. It's only episode 4, so I'm pretty sure episode 5 is going to have some pivotal twists and turns. Episode 6 at the latest. But I really did enjoy this episode. Definitely pretty good. Like I said earlier, it just seemed a little off to me. It didn't flow. Like, the scenes didn't flow as I feel like previous episodes were, but still a good episode nonetheless. I appreciate you guys for rocking with me. It's Monday, so on Wednesday, peep me out at 8:15. We're going to be discussing Force, and we're going to prepare for the season in terms of Wednesday. Thursday, I'm going to finish up my Force rewatch, episodes 9 and 10. So stay tuned for that. And of course, I'll be covering Force Sunday mornings at 11. And yes, just rock with me. You got some other shows. I'm trying to do a live in the next few days, kind of like a little less chat so I can discuss my plans for September in regards to the content I plan on doing. So hopefully I'll have time to just get on with you guys for about 45 minutes ago or so to talk about, my plans. There's a couple new shows that it's gonna be on a roster, okay, that I'm excited to review. But yes, y'all, thanks again. Have a happy Monday, and I will see y'all on Wednesdays. Toodles. Please like the video if you haven't, okay?